Alright, listen. This is about the Cold War. I got all the other Call of Duties, but this one seemed fun. I've 2020 has been fucked, not just COVID. I haven't had to deal with COVID. But just barely in fucking December, I ended up with like 3 bleeding ulcers in my stomach. And I'm decently healthy, you know. And I ended up puking up blood over and over. Ended up going to the hospital and they had to keep pumping blood back into me. I lost so much. And they said that if I'd have waited another 10 minutes, 15 minutes, half hour, whatever, I'd have bled out. I'd have died. I'm just 40. And so anyways, went to the hospital. They did a surgery. They patched up my ulcers. Everything's okay. 6 months later, or roughly, the end of June, I'm up with my dog, you know, like normal. We went up a little target practicing. And coming down the mountain, the truck just got squirrely. I fishtailed one way, I corrected it, super smooth, but my rear tire got sucked into the ditch, and I have a Ford Bronco, so you know it's a heavy vehicle. It flipped, and the only thing I could think of to do was to grab my dog so that she wasn't flopping around. Well, somehow the truck ended up flipped and then facing the opposite direction. I woke up confused as fuck, and grabbed the steering wheel because I'm kind of flopped over this way. I grabbed the steering wheel and I couldn't even pull myself up. I was so unconscious. Right then I knew I could feel it in my neck. I'd broken my neck. So I grabbed my freaking newer sweatshirt I had, wrapped it around my neck as tight as I could, and my only worry was to find my dog. She was not in the vehicle. I didn't know if she got smacked. I mean, I had no idea. So I freaking crawl out the driver's side window and start looking for the dog. I'm calling for her, I'm looking over the edge. She's not underneath the truck, which is good. And I started calling for her, and she didn't come. So my next thing is me. Like I got a broken neck. I'm up in butt fuck nowhere. You know, shooting rounds. You know, shooting grounds. And I get back into the truck with a broken neck. I try to open the tailgate to get my wheelchair out so that I can roll back down the canyon or the hill and try and find some help. Well, I couldn't do that. The tailgate was fucked. It was not. My wheelchair was even squished a little bit, and so I'm laying in the back seat of my truck trying to keep my neck straight because it's so fucking painful. Like every movement I think I need to do is like I gotta muscle up all my energy and just you know, and try and get something, you know, like get my body to move through the pain. So I hear my phone go off inside the truck, and I was like, what? My phone? Oh man, my fucking phone's in here, you know. So it was on the right side of the passenger seat, sunk down, you know, in between the door and the seat. So the first time I freaking pull myself up, and I fucking try to reach my arm around, and I'm feeling around trying to fucking, you know, find the phone. And I couldn't. And I fucking had to go back, and it was so much pain. I had to just fucking lay back down and just get myself into like a holy shit, you know, position. And I'm sitting there praying to God. I'm like giving up. I'm like, just take me. Like, this is so painful that if this is how it's gonna end, like, let's go, you know. And next thing you know, I hear my phone go off again. You know, getting a text message or something, and it's from my wife. Needing to be, and it sounded closer to me. Like, I could almost pinpoint where it was. Like, it gave me hope. Like, I'm like, ooh, it's not this way, you know, it's more kind of this way. So I fucking roar, and I stand myself fucking back up. I fucking reach my arm around that fucking seat, and I just barely feel fucking that flat screen, or the smooth screen in between my two fingers. And I pull that phone out, and I fucking go. I'm just like, so I lay back down. I'm like, oh, thank fucking God. And then I sit there and call 911, and I get rescued. I get fucking airlifted because I broke my neck in the number 2 and the number 4 vertebrae. Here's my neck brace still. I put it on sometimes just because it's more comfortable. Broke my neck in the number 2 and the number 4 vertebrae. Any higher killed me. And they were amazed how I was able to like get in and out of the vehicle and like be able to do anything. So it was like just that fucking sweatshirt around my neck, and because I knew I had broke my neck, I fucking kept my shit straight. Everything I did, I made sure I was like almost robotic, trying to and keeping my neck. Well, one, it was so freaking painful. 2, I knew it was broken, and I know with broken necks, and you can paralyze yourself. Not the joke or not the point of the story, but I'm already in a wheelchair. I'm not paralyzed from the legs down or up. I ended up full recovery. My neck's just a little stiff. Freaking crazy story. I hate to tell it right now, it just came out that way. But I hope you all see it. I'm gonna end it right here, and then I'm gonna restart another one and play some games. If you see this, thank you for listening, and like it or watch it or something. It's a telltale story.